What if the relationship everyone thought would last didn't fall apart because of one argument, but because of a dream that slowly turned into a disagreement over where that dream would be built? What if a reported $1.4 million house became the symbol of everything Matt Roloff and Caryn Chandler couldn't agree on? For years, Matt and Caryn appeared nearly inseparable. They weathered public criticism, family tensions, and the constant attention that comes with reality television. Through it all, they seemed committed to building a future together, and many fans believed a wedding was simply a matter of time. After years of standing side by side, it looked as though they had finally found the life they both wanted. But then, longtime viewers of Little People, Big World started noticing subtle changes. The couple appeared together less often in public. Wedding plans that once seemed inevitable no longer appeared to be moving forward. Conversations among fans shifted toward bigger questions about their future: where they would live, how much time they would spend in Arizona, what role Roloff Farms would continue to play, and whether retirement looked the same for both of them. As those questions grew, reports surrounding a reported $1.4 million property added another layer to the story. Almost overnight, the house became the center of online discussion. Some believed it represented a disagreement over where the couple wanted to build their future. Others argued it was simply one piece of a much larger picture that had been developing quietly for months or even years. So, was the house really the reason everything changed? Or did it simply become the most visible symbol of deeper differences in priorities, lifestyle, and long-term goals? While headlines often focused on one dramatic event, relationships are rarely defined by a single decision. More often, they change gradually, with small disagreements and shifting expectations creating distance over time. In today's video, we'll break down the complete timeline of Matt Roloff and Caryn Chandler's relationship, carefully separate verified public information from media reports and fan speculation, and examine what has actually been shared by those closest to the situation. We'll also explore why so many viewers believe this story became about much more than real estate, and why the truth may be far more complicated than many people realize. Make sure to stay until the very end, because once all the pieces are put together, you'll see that this isn't simply a story about a house. It's a story about changing priorities, difficult choices, and a relationship that may have reached a turning point long before anyone realized it. For years, Matt Roloff has been one of the most recognizable faces on Little People, Big World. Since the series first premiered, viewers have watched him build Roloff Farms, navigate family challenges, raise his children, and share many of the most important moments of his personal life on television. Whether fans agreed with every decision he made or not, Matt's journey has remained one of the central storylines that kept audiences invested in the Roloff family's story for more than 2 decades. Caryn Chandler's connection to the Roloff family began long before their relationship became public. For years, she worked at Roloff Farms and became a familiar figure behind the scenes. Following Matt and Amy Roloff's divorce, viewers gradually learned more about Matt and Caryn's growing relationship. As time passed, the couple became increasingly open about their life together, appearing on the show and sharing aspects of their relationship with fans. While their romance generated mixed reactions from some viewers, the two consistently presented themselves as committed partners focused on building a future together. Over the years, Matt and Caryn evolved into one of the franchise's most talked-about couples. Fans watched them travel together, split time between Oregon and Arizona, and discuss plans for the future. Their relationship appeared to grow stronger as they navigated public scrutiny and the challenges that come with living life in the spotlight. Eventually, the couple announced their engagement, a milestone that many viewers saw as confirmation that they were preparing for the next chapter of their lives together. Both Matt and Caryn spoke publicly about their plans for the future, including where they hoped to spend their retirement years and how they envisioned balancing time between different homes and locations. Arizona frequently became part of those conversations, as the couple spent significant time there and appeared to enjoy the lifestyle it offered. For many fans, their future seemed largely settled, with marriage and retirement plans appearing to be natural next steps. However, in recent months, discussions surrounding the couple have taken a different direction. Reports, Media coverage and online conversations have increasingly focused on alleged disagreements involving future living arrangements, Arizona property decisions, retirement goals, and a reported $1.4 million home that has become a major topic of debate among fans. While various stories have circulated online, many details remain unclear, and not every claim has been verified by the people directly involved. That distinction is important from the very beginning of this discussion. Some aspects of the story are based on publicly documented events, interviews, property reports, and statements that have been shared openly. Other claims originate from fan theories, social media speculation, and interpretations of limited information. As a result, separating confirmed facts from assumptions can sometimes be challenging, especially when rumors begin spreading faster than verified updates. The goal of this video is not to present speculation as fact. Instead, we'll examine what is publicly known, explore the reports that have fueled ongoing discussions, and look at why so many fans believe real estate decisions, retirement plans, and questions about where Matt and Caryn would ultimately live became such significant topics. By breaking down the timeline and distinguishing verified information from online assumptions, we can better understand why this story has attracted so much attention and why it continues to generate debate among longtime viewers of Little People, Big World. After years of watching the Roloff family navigate life's biggest milestones on Little People, Big World, viewers witnessed an unexpected new chapter begin for Matt Roloff. The story of Matt and Caryn Chandler wasn't something that happened overnight. Instead, it developed gradually over many years, making their relationship one of the most talked-about storylines connected to the series. Matt and Caryn first met through Roloff Farms, where Caryn worked for many years managing pumpkin season and helping oversee the farm's busy annual events. Long before they became romantically involved, they spent countless hours working together during one of the farm's busiest times of the year. Their professional relationship meant they became familiar with each other's personalities, work habits, and sense of humor. Fans often saw Caryn appearing around the farm in the background during episodes, although at the time, few people imagined she would eventually become such an important figure in Matt's personal life. During those years, Matt was still married to Amy Roloff, and Caryn was simply known as a trusted employee and member of the farm's management team. Their interactions appeared friendly and professional, with Caryn helping coordinate large events that attracted thousands of visitors every pumpkin season. Looking back, some fans have revisited old episodes searching for clues, but there has never been public confirmation that their friendship was anything more than a working relationship during Matt's marriage. It's important to distinguish hindsight speculation from verified facts. Everything changed after Matt and Amy announced the end of their marriage. Following their divorce, Matt and Caryn eventually confirmed that they were in a relationship. Their decision to go public immediately attracted enormous attention because viewers already knew Caryn from the show. For many longtime fans, seeing someone who had worked at Roloff Farms become Matt's partner came as a genuine surprise. Public reaction was deeply divided. Some viewers were happy that both Matt and Caryn appeared to have found happiness after difficult life transitions. They believed both adults deserved another chance at love and appreciated how comfortable the couple seemed together. Others, however, questioned the timing of the relationship and wondered whether the close friendship between Matt and Caryn had begun developing before Matt's divorce was finalized. While these questions became a frequent topic of online discussion, no public evidence has confirmed those suspicions, making much of the debate speculative rather than factual. Despite the criticism, Matt and Caryn continued building their relationship. Over the years, they appeared together on Little People, Big World, attended family gatherings, traveled together, and regularly shared glimpses of their life on social media. Caryn also gradually became more involved with Matt's day-to-day life, helping him balance responsibilities at Roloff Farms while spending time together away from Oregon, particularly in Arizona. Their relationship seemed steady, and many viewers noticed how relaxed and supportive they appeared around one another. As the years passed, the couple reached another major milestone when they announced their engagement. The news delighted many fans who had followed their journey from friendship to romance. After years together, an engagement seemed like the natural next step. Matt publicly shared his excitement about proposing, while Caryn expressed happiness about beginning a new chapter. Their announcement led many viewers to believe that a wedding would soon follow, and that the couple was finally preparing to make their long-term commitment official. Naturally, engagement brought expectations. Fans began wondering when the wedding would take place, whether it would be featured on television, and how members of the Roloff family would participate. Some imagined a ceremony at Roloff Farms, while others thought Arizona might become the backdrop for their special day. Although the couple occasionally discussed wedding ideas publicly, they also emphasized that they wanted to enjoy their engagement without rushing into planning every detail. For many supporters, Matt and Caryn seemed like a couple who had already overcome their biggest obstacles. They had weathered years of public scrutiny, difficult family dynamics, and constant media attention while remaining together. Their willingness to support one another through personal and professional challenges convinced many viewers that they had built a lasting partnership. That perception made later reports of relationship difficulties all the more surprising, because after so many years together, many fans genuinely believed Matt and Caryn would stay together for the long haul. At this point in their story, however, there were few outward signs that anything was seriously wrong. Instead, they appeared to be looking ahead toward a shared future, one that many expected would soon include wedding bells. But as we'll see next, discussions surrounding their future home and long-term plans would eventually become one of the biggest talking points surrounding the couple, raising questions about whether their visions for the future truly aligned. As Matt Roloff and Caryn Chandler's relationship became more established, they frequently spoke about creating a future that balanced two very different lifestyles. Oregon remained the center of Matt's business interests through Roloff Farms, while Arizona offered the couple a slower pace, warmer weather, and a place where they could relax away from the constant demands of the farm. On Little People, Big World, both described their goal as spending significant time in Arizona while still returning to Oregon whenever necessary. Retirement was another topic they discussed publicly. Matt often admitted that he loved building projects and struggled with the idea of slowing down completely. Caryn, on the other hand, occasionally suggested that she looked forward to enjoying a quieter chapter of life with fewer responsibilities. This difference did not necessarily indicate conflict at the time, but viewers noticed that balancing Matt's passion for new farm projects with retirement plans could become challenging in the future. Marriage also appeared to be part of their long-term vision. Before becoming engaged in 2023, the couple often joked during interviews about when, or even whether, they would officially marry. Matt commented that he wanted them to have the right place to live together before taking that next step, while Caryn approached the topic with humor but acknowledged they were planning their future together. Their engagement later seemed to confirm those intentions. The couple also shared many trips together over the years. Arizona vacations, cruises, road trips, and holiday getaways regularly appeared on social media and the television series. These moments helped create the impression that they had found a comfortable rhythm as partners. Fans frequently commented that they appeared genuinely happy and were enjoying this stage of life together. Family remained an important part of that picture as well. Caryn attended family celebrations, holidays, and some gatherings involving Matt's children and grandchildren. While relationships within the Roloff family sometimes became complicated because of disagreements over the farm, Caryn generally maintained a respectful relationship with members of Matt's family who participated in these events. Publicly, there was little indication that family gatherings alone threatened the relationship. Still, one challenge continued to surface: balancing the responsibilities of Roloff Farms with the lifestyle they hoped to enjoy. Matt remained deeply invested in construction projects, business decisions, and the future of the property, while Caryn often seemed happiest during their time in Arizona. That difference in priorities became a recurring discussion point on the show, although neither publicly described it as a major disagreement at the time. Because they continued traveling together, appeared affectionate in public, and eventually became engaged, many viewers believed everything in the relationship was stable. Their interviews projected optimism, and they regularly spoke about building a future together, leading fans to assume wedding plans and retirement would naturally follow. However, reports about where they would ultimately live and who would own or spend the most time in each property varied across media coverage. Some reports focused on Arizona becoming their long-term home, while others emphasized Matt's commitment to Oregon and Roloff Farms. These differing accounts fueled fan speculation about how the couple would balance two homes and two very different visions for retirement. It's important to distinguish between what the couple publicly stated and later media speculation. Many of the reported disagreements about future living arrangements were never fully confirmed by Matt or Caryn themselves. As Matt Roloff and Caryn Chandler looked ahead to retirement, Arizona seemed to represent the next chapter of their lives. Over the years, viewers watched the couple spend increasing amounts of time there, often describing it as a place where they could relax away from the constant demands of Roloff Farms. Because of those public comments, any news involving property in Arizona immediately attracted attention from fans who were already curious about where the couple planned to settle permanently. Reports about a home connected to the couple quickly became one of the biggest discussion points online. Many entertainment outlets described the property as a significant investment and suggested it reflected long-term plans for retirement. The reported value, around $1.4 million, made the story even more newsworthy, prompting fans to debate whether the purchase represented the beginning of a permanent move away from Oregon or simply a second home for part of the year. As the story developed, different reports offered varying interpretations of the property's role in their future. Some suggested the Arizona home was intended to become their primary residence, while others indicated Matt remained committed to spending substantial time at Roloff Farms because of ongoing business responsibilities. Publicly, Matt continued discussing projects on the farm, even while also expressing how much he enjoyed time in Arizona, leaving many observers wondering how those two lifestyles could realistically coexist. Financially, the situation also attracted attention. Maintaining multiple properties can involve considerable costs, including mortgages, taxes, maintenance, travel, and construction or renovation expenses. For a couple planning retirement, deciding how to balance those commitments is naturally an important consideration. While neither Matt nor Caryn publicly described financial disagreements over the property, commentators noted that choosing where to invest time and money could influence future lifestyle decisions. That remains an observation rather than a confirmed reason for any relationship changes. Living arrangements were another topic that generated widespread discussion. Matt's long-standing ties to Roloff Farms meant he had ongoing responsibilities connected to the family business and seasonal events. Caryn, meanwhile, had often spoken positively about spending more time in Arizona, where she had family connections and enjoyed a quieter pace of life. Trying to divide time between two states could understandably become more complicated as retirement plans became more serious, although neither publicly confirmed that this created conflict between them. Beyond the financial side, the choice of where to settle carried emotional weight. Roloff Farms has represented decades of Matt's work, family history, and television career. Arizona, by contrast, symbolized a fresh start and a slower lifestyle. For many couples, deciding where to spend retirement is about much more than real estate. It reflects personal priorities, family relationships, and the kind of future they hope to build together. That broader emotional context is one reason the property story resonated so strongly with viewers. Separating fact from speculation. Confirmed public information. Matt and Caryn publicly spent significant time in Arizona and frequently discussed enjoying life there. Matt continued maintaining Roloff Farms while also expressing interest in Arizona as part of his future plans. The couple's Arizona connection was featured and discussed publicly over several years. Entertainment outlets reported that a property valued at approximately $1.4 million became central to discussions about the couple's future. Reports later claimed differing plans regarding where the couple intended to live and suggested the property played a role in their long-term planning. Some fans believed disagreements over where to retire ultimately strained the relationship. Others speculated that balancing life between Oregon and Arizona became increasingly difficult. These theories have circulated widely online, but they have not been confirmed by Matt Roloff or Caryn Chandler and should be presented as speculation rather than established fact. Section 4 signs the relationship was changing. 22-0029-00. For years, Matt Roloff and Caryn Chandler appeared to present a united front. Whether they were attending family events, filming Little People, Big World, or sharing moments from their travels, fans had grown accustomed to seeing them together. But over time, many longtime viewers began noticing what they believed were subtle changes. Their public appearances together seemed less frequent, and online discussions quickly filled with questions about whether something behind the scenes had changed. One of the biggest observations came from social media. Fans pointed out that Matt and Caryn appeared together less often in photos and videos than they had in previous years. While both continued posting updates about their own activities, some viewers believed the couple no longer shared as many public moments. It's important to emphasize that social media offers only a small glimpse into anyone's life. Couples often choose to keep more of their relationship private, and posting less together does not automatically indicate relationship problems. These observations came primarily from fans rather than from any confirmed public statements. Viewers of Little People, Big World also noticed changes in the couple's priorities. Matt remained heavily involved with Roloff Farms, continuing to oversee projects, maintain the property, and pursue new ideas for the farm's future. Publicly, Matt has long described the farm as a central part of his identity and legacy. His continued commitment to the property has been consistently documented and is a matter of public record. Meanwhile, Caryn often appeared happiest when spending extended time in Arizona. Public interviews and television appearances showed that she appreciated the slower pace, warmer climate, and more relaxed lifestyle there. Rather than constantly managing farm responsibilities, Arizona seemed to offer the kind of retirement many people imagine, a quieter environment with fewer daily obligations. Those preferences have been reflected in public comments she has made over the years. As these differences became more noticeable, many fans began wondering whether the couple envisioned different versions of retirement. Some believed Matt still wanted to remain closely connected to Roloff Farms, while Caryn appeared ready to enjoy a quieter chapter away from the pressures surrounding the property. This interpretation became one of the most common theories discussed online. Wedding plans also became another topic of speculation. After announcing their engagement, many viewers expected wedding preparations to move forward relatively quickly. Instead, months passed without major public updates regarding a ceremony. However, neither Matt nor Caryn publicly confirmed that any delay was caused by relationship difficulties. Couples postpone weddings for countless personal reasons, making it impossible to draw conclusions based solely on timing. By this point, online discussions had shifted dramatically. Instead of asking when the wedding would happen, many fans began questioning whether the relationship itself had changed. Some believed differences over lifestyle, retirement, and future living arrangements had become increasingly difficult to balance. Others argued that the couple was simply choosing greater privacy after years of living in front of television cameras. The key distinction is important. Verified public information shows that Matt remained deeply involved with Roloff Farms, Caryn spent significant time in Arizona, and the wedding had not yet taken place. The belief that these developments reflected growing relationship problems comes largely from media reports and fan interpretation rather than confirmed statements from the couple themselves. Section 5, Caryn's Perspective 29-0035-00. While much public attention focused on Matt and Roloff Farms, many viewers became equally interested in Caryn's perspective. Throughout her years on Little People, Big World, she gradually transformed from a longtime farm employee into one of the show's central personalities. That transition brought both opportunities and challenges, especially as public interest in her personal life continued to grow. From her public comments, Caryn often appeared to value a slower pace of life. Arizona became an increasingly important part of that vision. Time spent there seemed to offer distance from the constant attention surrounding Roloff Farms and the complicated family dynamics that frequently became headlines. Publicly, she has spoken positively about enjoying life in Arizona, making that preference one of the more established aspects of her future plans. At the same time, Caryn had to navigate relationships with Matt's family while millions of viewers watched every interaction. Ever since her relationship with Matt became public following his divorce from Amy Roloff, she faced significant criticism from some fans. Others defended her, arguing that she deserved the opportunity to build her own future. Living under that level of scrutiny undoubtedly created pressures that most relationships never experience, although only Caryn herself truly knows how deeply those challenges affected her. Her relationship with Matt's children also became a frequent topic among viewers. While family interactions occasionally appeared warm and supportive, they were not always without complexity. Like many blended families, relationships evolved over time. However, the exact nature of those private relationships remains largely unknown outside what has been shown publicly or discussed in interviews. Many viewers believed Caryn increasingly appeared ready for a different chapter of life, one centered less on business responsibilities and public attention, and more on personal enjoyment, travel, and a quieter retirement. That impression was based largely on her public comments about Arizona and retirement rather than any direct statement that she wished to leave the relationship. As speculation intensified, fans began asking whether Matt and Caryn's long-term priorities had gradually shifted in different directions. Did Matt still envision years devoted to the farm, while Caryn hoped for a simpler lifestyle elsewhere? It's certainly a theory that many viewers discussed, but it remains exactly that, a theory. Neither Matt nor Caryn has publicly confirmed that differing priorities ultimately ended their relationship. The most responsible conclusion is that while Caryn's public comments suggest she appreciated a slower pace of life and enjoyed spending time in Arizona, her personal motivations beyond those statements remain private. Anything beyond what she has publicly shared should be treated as speculation rather than established fact. Section 6. What really happened? 35003800. After months of headlines, fan discussions, and countless online theories, one question continues to dominate the conversation. What really happened between Matt Roloff and Caryn Chandler? Many observers believe the reported $1.4 million Arizona house eventually became less about the property itself and more about what it represented. To some fans, it symbolized larger questions about retirement, lifestyle, financial priorities, and where each person truly wanted to spend the next chapter of life. Whether or not that interpretation is accurate, it reflects the broader conversation that developed among viewers rather than a confirmed explanation from the couple. Public relationships often face pressures that private couples never experience. Every interview, television episode, social media post, and public appearance is carefully analyzed by thousands of people searching for clues. Small decisions that might go unnoticed in ordinary relationships can quickly become major headlines when celebrities are involved. For Matt and Caryn, those pressures may have been especially significant because their relationship unfolded alongside family disagreements, business decisions involving Roloff Farms, retirement planning, and years of reality television exposure. Balancing those responsibilities would likely have been challenging for anyone. Media coverage also played a major role in shaping public perception. Once reports began connecting the Arizona property to possible relationship problems, many online discussions naturally focused on that single issue. As a result, the house often became the center of the story, even though relationships are rarely influenced by only one event. This is where distinguishing verified facts from speculation becomes essential. It is publicly documented that Matt and Caryn spent time in both Oregon and Arizona, became engaged, delayed their wedding plans, and eventually announced the end of their engagement. However, claims that one disagreement, or one house, directly caused the breakup have not been publicly confirmed by either Matt or Caryn. In reality, relationships often end because of a combination of circumstances rather than one dramatic event. Differences in long-term goals, retirement expectations, family responsibilities, communication, personal priorities, and lifestyle preferences can gradually influence a relationship over time. While fans naturally search for one defining moment, real life is usually much more complex. As we look back on everything that has unfolded, it's easy to understand why the reported $1.4 million Arizona house became the focus of so many headlines and online discussions. It provided a simple explanation for a story that was likely far more complicated. But based on confirmed public information, there is no evidence showing that the property alone ended Matt Roloff and Caryn Chandler's relationship. Instead, many observers believe the house came to symbolize broader differences involving retirement plans, lifestyle preferences, future living arrangements, and long-term priorities. Those ideas are widely discussed by fans and media outlets, but only Matt and Caryn truly know everything that influenced their decisions. Their story also serves as a reminder that public relationships are often viewed through an incomplete lens. Television episodes, interviews, and social media posts reveal only selected moments, leaving many private conversations and personal decisions unseen. Because of that, it's important to separate verified facts from rumors while respecting the privacy of everyone involved. What do you think? Was the reported Arizona house the biggest issue, or was it simply one piece of a much larger story involving changing priorities and different visions for the future? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear your perspective. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.